Good afternoon, Mackenzie.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Mackenzie, what can you offer us that other candidates cannot?
Well, since I graduated from the University of Waterloo with my honors BA, I've been in the workforce for about 2.5 years. In that time, I've been able to master a variety of roles. These include the sort of proverbial right-hand girl. I've been able to be a gatekeeper for executives. I've been a team member. I've been a project manager. At one point, I was a one-woman human resource department.
Wow.
I was creative coordinator for an in-house magazine that I worked at, and I was a controller for 2 digital signage networks.
You've got a lot of experience.
So yeah, and I think that this would be a definite asset to my next employer, because not only have I been exposed to a variety of roles, I've become quite efficient at wearing many hats at the same time.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
And do you have any other additional strengths you'd like to add to the list?
I do. I have 2 that really stand out to me, at least. The next one would be I have a very proactive approach to how I run an office. I find it a pleasure to put out fires before people are even aware that they exist.
That's a good approach.
Yeah, so no matter how hectic it is behind the scenes, if an office looks like it runs smoothly, that means I'm doing a good job. And
excellent.
my last one would definitely be my personality.
Yeah.
I'm a huge people person. I really enjoy people. And
you see that you're effervescent.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I'm self-motivated. I'm extremely eager to learn. And I find that these combine to sort of bring off an ease of confidence where people are comfortable giving me things to do and knowing that they're definitely going to get done.
Very good. And how successful have you been so far?
I'd like to consider myself pretty successful, although it's only been 2.5 years that I've been in the administrative workforce. I've organized the personal and business lives of 1 medical doctor who's been in practice for over 30 years,
wow,
and 2 CEOs. And through doing that, I have, for instance, I totally rehauled the organization of the subscription systems for the 2 in-house magazines I worked for. They weren't being done efficiently, and so I remedied that, so there were overlaps, there weren't redundancies. People were added when they wanted to be added and taken off when they needed to be.
I'd say that sounds quite successful.
Yeah, yeah.
What are your limitations, your biggest mistakes, unless provided you have some?
Oh, I definitely do. I think everyone does.
I think you're right there.
Yeah. I have probably 1 big limitation and 1 small limitation. My big limitation would be that I thrive off of variety in my work.
Okay.
I like to be challenged. I like a learning curve, and if I'm not, I tend to get bored. And this isn't to say that I need people to spoon-feed me work. I can find work where work needs to be done. But I have been in a situation in an office where there's simply not enough work coming in, and the CEO is perfectly happy with it that way, and it just came time for me to leave.
Right, you got bored.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's good you recognize that. How long would it take you to make a meaningful contribution to our firm?
I could make a contribution immediately in the sense of personal connections and interactions and being a pleasant contribution to the office. But in time, I think after I find out how the CEO likes things run, or how the VP of Finance likes things run, how the office is set up, what the expectations are, I can implement some changes that I feel might be necessary. At my old offices, I changed a variety of things, something as small as the administrative systems before me used to purchase paper on an ad-need basis.
Okay.
So they would spend more money and time away from their desks fetching paper. So when I got there, we made it company policy to order paper in bundles. So they're delivered to the office, we don't need to go get them, and we save money by buying in bulk. And probably the largest change I made in my last office was I redesignated the administrative assistants that worked under me. There was no designation. The VP of Finance and the VP of Sales would go to the same girl to ask for things, and there would be another individual that had virtually nothing to do. So I reorganized it so everyone knew where they should go to find their administrative help, and then I oversaw all of it in an office manager position.
So it sounds like you're well accustomed to working under pressure and meeting deadlines.
Oh, definitely, yes. I mean, and that's part of the fun of being an executive and personal assistant, is that the smallest requests or tasks turn into huge time crunch situations. My CEO once needed a pair of blue Argyle socks for a dinner party he was going to in 5 minutes from a very specific store downtown.
Yeah.
So that was the end of the world if it didn't happen, and I got it done. And things like we have very important clients visiting from Vancouver, and my CEO forgot to give me the proposal he needed formatted and edited, and
so there's a little bit of pressure.
drafts made, exactly, and so gave it to me that morning to be done by the lunch meeting.
And you got it done.
Yeah, definitely.
You're used to deadlines.
Yeah, I am.
Finally, Mackenzie, when would you be able to start?
I would be able to start as soon as possible.
I think employers would like to hear that.
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
Well, Mackenzie, thank you for your time, and best of luck to you in your search.
Thank you so much for the support.